Hey everyone, it's Utsuf. I'm super stoked to bring you my latest board, the Array from Parallel. It's my first Gummy O-ring, and that makes it one of the easiest types of board to build. The 65% layout is far and away my favorite, striking the right balance between compactness and functionality. The ano on this board is off the hook. It's some of the best I've seen, and this grey finish that Parallel dubs Pacific Slate is, in my opinion, the perfect base for the GMK 8008 keycaps. As usual, links for everything you'll see in this video can be found in the description below. Real quick favor before we get started, YouTube tells me that more than 98% of you are not subscribed, so please do me a solid and hit that subscribe button now. It really helps a lot. Thanks in advance, and now let's get on with the video. The board itself arrived in a plain and nondescript carrying case. More on that a little bit later. Underneath were a couple of stickers, a handy card with a QR code to get me to the documentation, the daughter board, one Gummy O-ring, case feet, the PCB, and last but not least the FR4 plate. The case offers little in the way of padding, but that also makes it the slimmest and lightest I've received yet compared with my other 65s. It's so thin, in fact, that Parallel inserted this piece of foam into the sleeve. Honestly, it feels like they missed the mark a bit with this case. But you will forget all about that once you pull this board out of its soft sleeve. I was immediately blown away by the quality of the anodization and the way the slate gray's color shifted depending on the angle of the light. The internal chroma weight displays prominently through Parallel's distinct logo pattern at the base of the board and makes for a striking contrast. The inside of the case is finished to the same high degree of quality, no dings or scratches here. The rear edge features a centered cutout for the USB-C connector and a gorgeous chroma accent. I think Parallel really nailed the colors and finish on this one. Well done. As I said in the intro, building this board is a cinch. First the case feet, then 4 screws to mount the daughter board, and a quick alignment check. Perfect, and the reason I think all boards should use daughter boards for the USB-C connector. For this build, I used Staebies and Omnitype's 8008 switches from Gateron that I'd already hand lubed. I also opted for no foam or tape mod for this build, as I wanted to hear what this board sounded like without them. With the switches installed and the stabilizers tested and tuned, I wrapped the Gummy O-ring gasket around the sandwich. The Array ships with just the 135A O-ring, and my first reaction was that it would have been a nice touch for them to include both a softer and a firmer version for experimentation. However, after I finished the build and typed on it, my more considered reaction was that I thought Parallel had really nailed the firmness, at least in terms of my preferences. Honestly, sometimes less is more. The final steps were easy peasy too. Connect the daughter board to the main PCB, install the sandwich into the case, and pop on the remaining keycaps. On to the sound and typing tests. The Array quickly won me over with both its form and its function. The design is minimalist, at least the parts you see on the daily. The chroma accents complete the slate gray finish of this board exceptionally well, as does the 8008 keycap set's colorway. I've been using it for about 2 weeks straight now, and this board is an absolutely solid performer. With no foam, this board sounds tight, exhibiting neither the clackiness of my preferred sound signature, nor the metallic ping of more rigid builds such as my Keychron Q1. If I had to describe this board in one word, I'd call it neutral. You know, like Switzerland. If you give it a chance, you may be similarly persuaded to its understated charms and come to think of it as quite spectacular in the end. Alright, that'll do it for today. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, smash subscribe, and turn on notifications if you want to know whenever I post a new video. And as always, thanks for watching.